So, since we're here in and around Kugane and taking on the side quest, why don't we go ahead and take on the first one that is directly behind us. From Surubame. She will have for us a level 61 challenge entitled I Dream of Shirogane. Surubame is frantically trying to get your attention.
Ah, Miss Ijin, a moment if you would. There's a favor I would ask of you. You see, word has it that the Lord Bugyo of Kugane has established a new residential district especially for foreigners. Having long dreamed of a home to call my own, I couldn't help but find myself wanting to know more. I would like very much to see the district for myself, but as I am not a foreigner, I fear I'll be turned back before all and sundry. The embarrassment will be too much to bear. And so I turned to you, Miss Ijin. I would be most obliged were you to go to the residential district Shirogane and make inquiries in my stead. I'm here to understand the representative of the Bugyo is presently at the docks. If you wish to speak with him, he should be able to tell you more. Oh, I cannot wait to hear what manner of place it is.
So yeah, we have to go to the opposite side. So we can just as easily warp over to the hostelry and go from there. Alright. So yeah, we want to go over where this guy is. Hello there. You are welcome, my foreign friend. How may this humble servant of the Lord Bugyo assist you? By telling me about Shirogane, please. Ah, so you are interested in Shirogane. It would be my pleasure to tell you about the district. Ever since Kugane opened its wounds to the world, the number of visitors continues to grow, and among those who come, no few remain here for extended periods. Such lodgings as are available in the city no longer suffice to meet demand. In order to address the accommodation shortage, the Lord Bugyo has established a residential district upon the nearby isle of Shirogane. Plots of land on the isle are being released exclusively to foreigners who may build homes upon them as they see fit. A tidy solution, I'm sure you will agree. If you wish to learn more, I invite you to take this road to Shirogane. There you may speak with a district official and inspect the isle at your leisure. So we can travel to any of the wards to advance the quest by talking with Kimachi here. In fact, none of these places have been purchased yet. So in a way, that's a bit surprising. But yeah, for those of you wondering what this place looks like exactly, once we get in, I can show you all about it. So yeah, it's like any other housing district in Eorzea. Of course, this one's in a far different place. Oh, and also, hello there, Miguel. Good to have you this afternoon. Welcome. Alright, so we want to speak with the district official right over here. Hello. Greetings and welcome to Shirogane, Kugane's residential district for foreigners. You are a visitor to our shows if I'm not mistaken. In which case, congratulations, you are eligible to purchase land here and build upon it. So long as you have the funds, it matters not whether you do so as an individual or a group. If you wish to know about the process, the resident caretaker yonder would be pleased to assist you. And if there are any among your acquaintances who might have an interest, we'd be grateful if you could spread the word. And so, having gained that information, let's go ahead and jump back over to Kugane. And we'll let Surubame know what we learned. Yeah, this is definitely a busy place right now as far as advancing the story is concerned because there's so many things going on and so many things you can do. I'm just waiting for the opportunity to get back in. Let's let Surubame know what we learned.
Ah, there you are, Mr. Jin. So, what were you able to learn about Shirogane?
Well, here's what you need to know.
Oh my, it sounds like a truly lovely place. Yes, I do believe I would enjoy it there. Your vivid description has quite convinced me of it. That locals are barred from purchasing the land is no object, but I need but find myself a foreign husband. If you know someone, you will introduce me, yes?
Yeah, all for the purposes of living in a house. So 87,000 experience to us. So now we have access to the Shirogane Ethernet. And with that taken care of, let's start taking on other side quests. Let's go ahead, since this one's close by, this tea house serving girl, and take on her level 61 challenge entitled Zero Tolerance Tea House. A tea house serving girl of Kugane is at her wit's end due to the incessant repetitions of an ebrious citizen.
Enough! I can't stand it anymore! How many times are you going to recount the same old tired tale?
Shut your mouth and open your ears, you little bint. This statue's Riko of Clan Buen, the greatest warlord Hingashi has ever seen, the founder of Shuano Kuni. Let's see, how many years ago was it that he warlord of Shuano Kuni?
Excuse me there, milady, would you please do something to cool off this hot-headed drunkard? I just now sent a tea house hireling to fetch some water from the well. If you're able to find her, ask for a pail of cold well water. I'll do what I can to keep this ale-soaked salt from bothering the other patrons until you return.
Alright, well thankfully we don't have to go all that far. So here she is.
That drunkard is at it again, is he? Well, I've got just the thing for him. Here, take this pail of cold well water and give his head a good dousing. That always seems to do the trick.
And so, gotta hurry back. Yeah, thankfully he's still on his butt. Hey, you. Perhaps you can take a bath? Oh no! I've gone and got good drunk again, aren't I? I'm so sorry. It's just... I were a grave god for a branch family of the branch family of the branch family of Clan Buhen I were. My love of the drink got me to where you see me now. I never did mean to bother nobody. I'm sorry, so very, very sorry. All taken care of.
Thank you for your trouble, stranger. I hate to admit it, but as prominent and well-to-do an establishment as our Umineko Tea House is, we do find ourselves a close neighbor to the hostelry. Drunkards are not as few and far as between as you would like. But that's not to say that all out there is bad. There are many whom the drink gives to be quite generous. Those souls always willing to part with a pretty guilt to buy whatever tea and sweets we recommend. That is just one of the many reasons why I've come to run this city. I hope you come to grow of it as fond as I have. Good day to you then.
And so, 87,000 more experience. Okay, so obviously we can't go after the red one that's in the northeast. But we can go to the one beyond it. Actually, I'm going in the opposite direction, I just realized. But whatever, there's a quest on the opposite side of the bridge, too. From this Peddler of Peculiars. Let's find out how we got this title, with this level 61 challenge entitled To Bathe a Garlean. Something has a Peddler of Peculiars in Kugane quite distressed. Lord, that's a fit body you have there. Forgive me, I did not mean to be lewd. I only wished to commission a task of someone, and I meant to say you look more than able. The people of this city call me a Peddler of Peculiars. I'm a man who knows how to procure things no matter how odd or rare. I was just delivering a collection of water from the Bokaisen hot springs to a guard of the Garlean consulate when I threw my back at it and spilled the water. My trade is based on my clients trusting me, so I can hardly abide this order to go unmet. Please, would you fetch me some more water at the hot springs at Bokaisen? There's a flight of stairs to the west of the Rakuza district. At its top is where you will find the Bokaisen hot springs, and you must move with haste. It will not serve to deliver tepid water and ask for it to be warmed. Now go gather some water to see to the guard of the Guardian Consulate while he's yet hot. And so we must transport the water before it cools. You have 2 minutes to complete the task. Should you fail, return to the starting location and begin anew. So let's run over to the conveniently located Aetherites. And we'll go ahead and jump over to the Wakairo Inn. So since we're going to be dabbling in hot springs here, we might as well change clothes. And go into where the water is available. Here we are. So yeah, we gotta get it directly from this waterfall. Looks like this guy is enjoying it. Why fully clothed, sir? So now it's a mad dash to get to the Guardian Consulate. Now we can get around from here. And then I can run across the rooftops. But only temporarily, because I don't need to be on here forever. And you may have noticed my sprint is disabled. Obviously, so I don't spill a drop of that precious hot water. So now I gotta get over the big red bridge. And also, you can't use Aetherites either. Aetherites are also not available while you're doing this task either. So now we gotta keep going. Now we gotta go through the markets. Yeah, as you can see, it's a long way to get to where we need to go. Thankfully though, the Guardian Consulate is right over here. Hello there. What is it? If you're not expected to be gone from here, I'll not warn you again. But I'm here with precious water. Water from the Bokaisen hot springs. Aye, I heard that such an order was made. Your work here is done then. Ask no questions and be gone. So, success! I guess the closest way to get there would be to jump over back towards the main Aetherites, I think? Yeah, I think so. Oh, but we haven't attuned to this one yet. Yeah, the Thabnarian Consulate is also here. I think Kugane Dori is closer, actually. Yeah, it is. Hello again, sir. You found the water safe to the consulate guard. Well done. I trust you no doubt found him a less than welcoming sentry, yes? Well, as you may know, acts of bloodshed are forbidden here in Kugane. Our violent visitors from Garlemald are denied their typical violent outlets. They simply cannot suffer to be further emasculated by bathing in the nude together with the enemy. You were told to ask no questions, yes? They are loath to have anyone know that embarrassing little truth. So let us pretend you never hear it, shall we? Thank you for your aid, my friend, and your silence. And another 87,000 experience to us. And away he goes. Yeah, might as well run around in this for a while, why not? Because yeah, as long as we're here, we really don't need to engage in combat with anyone. So, next we have this Near Eastern merchant, this Lalafell. So let's go ahead and take on his level 61 challenge entitled Dedication to the Craft. A Near Eastern merchant in Kugane is eager to ask a task of you.
Hello there, good madam. You're a wandering adventurer, are you not? Please spare a moment to hear the whim of a troubled merchant from Thavnir. I placed the custom order and sent a servant to the XIV district to pick it up. Only it has been half a sun and is yet to return. The item is of some value and I grow more anxious with each passing bell. Would you be so kind as to find this useless servant of mine? No doubt he is off idling somewhere in the XIV districts, and you put his backside to the lash when you do. Trust I will reward you for your trouble.
Very well. Someone's gonna get in trouble. Someone's gonna get in trouble. Alright, so where that person is pretty much going to be up there, so we can warp over to the Yakuza district. And then we have to search the area. Now, if I remember correctly, I believe he's in Tier 3. Let me see if I can verify this. Oh, wait a minute. I think I'm looking at the map wrong. Yeah, I was. Yeah, where is this guy? I could have sworn he was around on the higher tier. I guess I was wrong. Where is that guy? It's not right to keep a client waiting, you know. Yeah, it's not right to keep a client waiting at all. No wonder this merchant was mad. Now, what the heck is he doing out here in the wide open? This is not how I remember seeing him last time. Hey, you.
Master sent you to find me? Yes, I suppose I was running a bit late. Please do spare me the losh. I'm still raw from Master's last bout of rage. I meant to make my way to the artisan's shop to pick up Master's order, but lost my way. Begging your pardon, I am newly come to this place and have never known such city streets. Surely one so traveled as yourself has no such problems. No doubt the lash awaits me upon my return, but I fear the deed hopeless for me. Could I ask, will you seek out the XIV district's veteran lantern maker in my stead? He holds a paper lantern crate from my master that must be delivered with all haste.
This is where Tier 3 comes into play. Yeah, I was skipping. There they are. Yeah, I skipped a spot.
What the bloody hell's took so damn long? It's always fancy as you please with these accursed rich. Not a piece of thought for others' time. Here, take the damn lanterns and be off. Damn hassle of an order too. I've been at this more years than I can count, and that bloody lantern was a test for even my hand. It'll be the finest lantern in all of Kugane, at least till that merchant commissions another of me. Go on then, see it to her, and be bloody careful. I'm off to bed. I'm not slept a wink since I made that thing 3 suns past.
Well, at least the merchant is getting what they were seeking. So let's go ahead and jump back to Kugane Dori. And we'll go ahead and visit the merchant. I'm sure is giving the lashes as we speak. Yeah, there's his servant right there.
I heard it all from my useless servant. Tell me, were you able to track down my paper lantern?
I have, yes.
By the gods, this is a work of art if I've ever seen one. Just as I asked, it is a perfect blend of my own delicate tastes and a faraway exoticism. Servant, what of the job I put to you?
If Master refers to the figurehead carving for her pleasure barge, then all is proceeding smoothly, save for one just small thing. The shipwright is a man of great pride. I fear he insists the special request Master made will require some more gil than originally anticipated.
Tell that fool that gil is no object, and if he does not believe you, take a letter bearing my seal and slap him across the face with it. For now, go to the barge and hang this lantern in plain view for all to see. Oh yes, how thoughtless of me. I had wholly forgotten to compensate you for your trouble. My, you adventurers often prove yourselves quite useful.
Well, thank you. And away they go. Well, yeah, we're just scooping up quests like crazy here, aren't we? But yeah, I think I'll go back to just walking around in my armor. So there's a quest all the way down here in the corner. I might as well go take this one. I'm on the right side for this one. Oh no, I'm not even close. Well, since there is one over here, anyway, we might as well go ahead and take it. So I'm gonna bust through the doors in order to speak with this foreignly lass. So for this one, should you choose to undertake this quest, you will receive no guidance from the journal or the duty list. You will need to read the text carefully and decipher the clues that determine your next course of action. For this level 61 challenge entitled, A Picture is Worth 1,000 Mons. A foreignly lass in Kugane is looking hither and yon with a notably stern countenance.
Hi, stranger! Yes, you, the beady-eyed bumpkin with the oafish look on her face.
Wow. Just coming out with it, aren't we?
Come and have a look at these paintings. I'm trying to find the places portrayed in them.
So yeah, she wants us to go to this spot. And she also wants us to go to that spot.
Any fool with eyes can see they are both somewhere in Kugane, but for all my searching, I've yet to find either place. These paintings are dear to me, but if I'm out to ask for your help, I'll have to lend them to you for now. If and when you discover these places, see the paintings safely back to me, or there'll be hells to pay.
Yeah, so let's go ahead and take these paintings and see if we can't figure out where these locations are. Well, I already know where one of them is. Actually, I know where both of them are. One is easier to get to than the other. The easiest location to get to is at Shizukaze Hostelry. So what we need to do is run up the stairs. And eventually we're going to keep running until we're stopped. Only once you're stopped will they have you observe where you are. So there's the bell photo. Now here's where the hard one happens. You have to be able to do some very interesting maneuvering. And trust me, it took me a few tries to get this one. So yeah, you'll forgive me if it takes me a little while to get it done. Yeah, there's one place in particular I have to start at. Now, if I remember correctly, I want to get up to that area near the inn, I think. Oh, I ran into a dead end. I just realized. Yeah, how am I supposed to be a good guide if I keep getting lost on my own directions? But yeah, what we're supposed to be able to do is... Okay, yeah, there it is. Yeah, and I should know where this spot is because I've already passed through here before. But yeah, what I'm really going to need the most is my sprint. Because what we want to do is come over here and start jumping onto the roofs of these places. Taking very great care not to fall down. And in situations where we need to have sprint available. There we go. But be careful not to fall into a threshold between two places. Now what I want to do next is be able to... I think I need to go this way. Ah, damn it. Yeah, and if you fail, you gotta start all over again. Yeah, this one's gonna be a bit of a frustration. Because you have to be on a very specific spot, and it's not one that's easily accessible. Come on, get up, Corinne. I mean, even just jumping up can be a challenge in itself. This is why this particular quest is not exactly well liked. Go. Whoa, I almost threw myself off. Oh, twice! And I want to jump over here. How did they get to the next spots? I'm trying to remember how they did it. Oh, was it this way? It wasn't that way. Yeah, get used to watching this for a while. Get used to watching this for a while. No, don't. They have to give us a troll challenge once in a while. They have to give us a troll challenge once in a while. Alright. Back over here. Yeah, come on, Corinne, pull yourself up. Okay, ready? Go. Alright, back through here. Yeah, don't get stuck. Okay, there we go. Oh, wait a minute. This is where I came from, wasn't it? I think I pulled myself up here. Okay, yeah. I pull myself up here. Then I run across the lanterns in order to get to my destination. Corinne. Yeah. Don't get stuck on anything. Yeah, now I want to get over to this one. Now I have to stand in a certain spot. If the game will let me. In fact, I think it's this area around here. Why am I sliding off? Why did I slide off? Okay, there's something that shouldn't have happened. There's something that should not have happened. Squared. And appropriately I took the damage. But yeah, there's something that shouldn't have happened. Yeah, we're just gonna try and jump up somewhere, and suddenly I'm mysteriously sliding down with no rhyme or reason. And now Corinne can't be bothered to jump. Yeah, you figure for a Dragoon, this would be in her blood. Sadly, that's not the case. Well, they're terracotta there, Adam. Wow, I actually made it over without the sprints, but just as easily throw myself off there. And I gotta jump across here. Traverse the lanterns again. Okay, now then. Okay, gotta get back across the lanterns a second time. There we go. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I believe I want to jump up here. Because, yeah, this is pretty much the area where they want me to be, but I think it's the other one. No? Okay, could have sworn that was it. Because, yeah, obviously I can't go further back. Why does it not feel right here? I wish I could review this stuff on my own, that I've done before through Mathia. Yeah, I'm trying to remember where that exact spot is. Would it be this one? Okay, it was this one. Okay, I had to go to the other side. But yeah, you can see just how challenging this is. It is not easy by any means. Just getting access up here is a challenge in itself. Okay, let's jump back over to the Thavnarian consonant, because that's going to be closest. Okay there, young lady, I found what you were looking for.
You found both places? One in Shiokaze Hostelry and the other on the top of a rooftop of a building? I'm not of an age to enter where ales and wines are poured, and I've no desire to climbing roofs whilst I dirty my clothes. Small wonder I wasn't able to find these places. Right then, let's have those paintings back. The mementos of my mother, if you must know. She died while I was yet a babe. She painted them by her own hand.
Well, there you go.
I have no memory of my mother, but father never missed a chance to tell me she was the most beautiful woman in all Eorzea. He claims to have fallen in love with her at first sight when he came to make his living here in Kugane. His family was opposed to their marriage, but they swore themselves to each other all the same and in the end eloped. When I decided to come to Kugane to visit her grave, I thought to look for these places she saw fit to paint. I hoped they would bring me closer to her to help me imagine what sort of person she was. I heard she painted them when she was of the same age that I am now. So what the hell was she doing in an alehouse and clambering around on rooftops? I feel like I've come to feel like Kugane is sort of a home to me now. Enjoy it, wanderer as I am. And thank you for helping me know a little more of my mother.
And so yeah, what is perhaps the most difficult side quest here in Kugane is done. And not a moment too soon, quite honestly, because that could have made me go nuts for a while.